Today we're going to be talking about important considerations for converting from one e-banking system to another. My name is Jeff Foster. I'm the Digital Banking Senior Vice President at FPS GOLD, and I'm here with...
I'm Lisa Patterson, Project Manager for the eBanking department.
So Lisa Patterson and I both work together on making these things happen, making a conversion work between an old e-banking system, bringing users onto our e-banking system. The first question that we have is about user communications. How do you make sure that your users are prepared for a change of this nature? So, of course, extremely important would be to involve them early on in the process, communicate with them, let them know it's coming, let them know when it's almost here, communicate them during the process, and then collect feedback from them after the transition is complete. You want to make sure your users know what's coming and what the process will be like, and to help them know as many details as you can, you will want to have much of that communication inside of the current online banking system and mobile banking system so that you can communicate to them important details like what will the communication really look like? Will the email potentially contain a link? And if so, what domain name will it include? How can they confirm that it's a legitimate email? The thing you don't want to do is leave them open to a phishing attack or to be essentially subject to fraud. So letting them know in advance, letting them know when it's happening, hugely important and makes for a great transition from one system to another.
Another key piece of any conversion is the data. So what do we do? What are the steps we take along the conversion process to ensure the data is good and ensure a smooth conversion? We will receive conversion files from your current core or current processor. We'll review those files. We'll map out security permissions, user information. One of the key components with that is making sure that we have good data. So good usernames, good email addresses, phone numbers, contact information for your users so that we can properly build those permissions and those profiles so that it is a smooth conversion and that your users see everything they're used to and accustomed to seeing on conversion and launch.
That's extremely important. Similar to that is giving your users the opportunity to see what the process will be like, see what the e-banking system, mobile banking systems will be like when they move to the new one, as well as for you as an institution. So it's important for you to provide to them an awesome user experience so that when they do come over to the new system, that they're familiar as much as possible with how things work. Perhaps that means you make the menu the same as what it was before. You position things in a similar spot so that you reduce some of that disoriented feeling really that a user gets when they transition from one system that they've grown accustomed to starting to use a new system. So giving your users a chance to kind of see what it's like. Also, of course, giving your institution, your employees, the opportunity to see the user experience in advance also is something that we see as very important at FPS GOLD and will provide a way for you to do that.
And the next thing is employee training, which kind of tag teams into the UX and the design. All of your bank employees can have a chance to log in and review the site. We'll also provide one-on-one training with your departments, your employees at your institution to make sure that they're comfortable on launch to be able to reset passwords and troubleshoot any e-banking issues that arise. We would recommend like a shift readiness type checklist so that each department who might be having a different role with your e-banking users can feel comfortable and confident on launch to be able to assist your customers and provide the support that they're accustomed to having.
Part of the process is to make sure you can get a hold of your customers, that you have good data for reaching out to them, as Lisa mentioned, because as you onboard your customers, that onboarding process has to be as smooth as you can make it. We won't have your passwords, the user's passwords, but we should have their login information. So we can provide to them an email. They should be able to take from that email a link, follow the link, and then create for themselves a new password and be in the system and working in just a few seconds. Once they're inside, of course, then there may be other opportunities that you can onboard them and show them how the system works. That might be videos, it might be Q&A, it might be frequently asked questions that will help them transition to the new system and have a better experience. Those are extremely important. So we've talked about a few of the things that are commonly asked of us for communicating to your customers and helping them transition to a new system, including customer communications, data review, UX and UI review for both your users as well as your employees, training of your employees, getting them ready and excited. Helping them be excited also helps to promote the product and help your customers be more comfortable onboarding to the new system, especially if your employees have used it themselves. And then, of course, that whole onboarding process, make the process as smooth as possible for your users to use the new system.